how to make a pregnancy card announcement that you can showcase to the world. Well, guess what, AI creators? I have a surprise for you, a pregnancy surprise. And I just want to announce that somebody is pregnant, y'all. In today's tutorial, we're going to go over how to make a pregnancy card announcement that you can showcase to the world. So, whether you're pregnant, you know someone pregnant, or you just simply want to sell this as a template to make extra income. So, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, here I am inside of canva.com, and you have two options with Canva. You have the Canva Pro version and you have the free version. So, a lot of times I tell you all, get the Canva Pro version because you could do everything inside. So in this video, we are going to go over how I actually created this pregnancy announcement card. And as you can see here, nice and simple. And the first thing I want to do is actually create this calendar. Now, I went back and forth with, do I really want to show how to actually create this calendar? And I decided we're going to create this calendar from scratch. Now, there's many different ways to create a calendar, but we're going to go ahead and do it the way that I like to do it today. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to head over to Elements. When you head over to Elements, you're going to pull this line right here. So this is what you call a line. At the top, you are going to have a toolbar. I always click on line style, and I always do a 1. So 1 is what I love. Obviously, they have dotted lines and everything, but I always choose this. You can round your endpoints. You could turn your line way up, but we're going to do a 1. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. So we're going to make it at 90 degrees, right? Because we want the line to be straight. And I'm just going to build this out on here. And I'm going to do 6 lines going across, right? We're going to do it up and down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have our 6 lines here. And then what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and take, because I want to use the same font here. So I'm going to use this font. Let me push this to the back just because I want to make sure I'm using the same font. So here's the font name. I'm not even going to pronounce this because I don't really know what it's called, but you see it at the top. So we're going to go ahead and use that as the font. So I'm going to go ahead and paste this here. And then and the reason why I do this is because I love to just have everything kind of layered up in place when I'm making a calendar. It just helps me save time, right? Like if there's any errors or mistakes. And then of course, when it's shortened, we're going to add the dots. And now I'm just duplicating it just to make it easy. And we're going to do this, right? We're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, right? So we're going to do 7 days. Obviously, 7 days in a week. We're going to do Friday. We're going to do Saturday. And then we're going to do Sunday. Right? So then I'm going to go ahead and show y'all this little trick that I do. I'm going to hit the shift key, right? Or you could select over all of it, but hold the shift key, hold it down. Click these 3 dots where it says more. And we're going to do space evenly. And we're going to click this good old tidy up button. And that way it's going to tidy it up nicely. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create some other lines. So now we're going to bring in 4 lines going down. Again, you want to change this to 1. And we're going to bring in 4 lines. So what I like to do is I want to make sure that the lines are to the end of, where the words end at. And then I'm going to do 4 of these. Oh, but before I do that, let me make sure I tidy up these lines here as well. So you're going to do the same thing. Hold the shift key. Let me tidy up these lines. Do the 3 boxes. We're going to go to align. Oh, you know what? First, let me delete these back out. Because I want to make sure I align these lines. Because I want to make sure that they're spaced evenly. So don't forget to do the tidy up feature. So, well, they're already even. So That's why it's not showing up. So we're good to go. So perfect. So like I said, I'm going to do 4 of these. We're going to do another one. And these might be already even because I did the tidy at the top, but we're going to always double check up. And look, you can see here spaced evenly. You're going to tidy this up. And now it's nice and tidied up. And then what I love to do is I'm going to take this line here, take an extra one, and I'm going to move this up. But I'm going to zoom in some because this is going to be the line that is going to go directly underneath here. We gotta move this over. We're gonna bring in our box. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to shapes, right? We're gonna take this square. We're gonna bring this square shape into our document. Now this square shape is gonna come in. I'm gonna fill it over the entire document, right? And I'm just gonna make sure it's covered all on the line. So now you see this green box. Don't worry, it's not gonna be green. And we're going to, let's look. We don't need no corner rounding. Here's the border style, right? And we'll do a 1. It'll be a line. And then we're going to click this box here where it says no color. And boom. Now we have a box. And look, this is what you do. You zoom in some. And we just going to bring this in to close it, right? We want to close this in on the box. Well, let's open it up just a little bit. Just because, well, I'm going to close this side up a little bit. And then I'm going to fix this here and bring this in. Because you want it to be, and I got to position this to the back so I can grab the line. So now I'm going to just layer this, send it to the back so I can go ahead and mess with this line. Because I am very particular, right? Mess this line up. But basically, we're just going to move it in just a tad bit. But hold on, let me bring this down some because if I don't, it's going to keep messing up. So I got to bring it down just a little bit and then bring it back up because it's like right here with the name. So it messes up. But now everything is good to go. This box is good. So this is what I can do. Now I'm going to change the color to the box. And I'm going to take that same shape, right? And I'm going to move this in, right? Because I want it to be right over the words. So I'm going to stretch it to the end. Right? And now we're going to fill that in. And now I want it to be like this gray color. And we're going to position this to the back. And boom. Now we are good to go. We have our box. And now we just have to add in our numbers, right? So now you can just take numbers and add them in. So obviously, just for time's sake for the video, I'm going to just, kind of group these together, just the first 2 rows and show you how I actually group them. And let's just make sure we start. Okay, Friday starts on the 1st. So we're going to go inside the box, right? And I just pasted these and I'm just going to paste these here. And then I'm just going to move them, right? Move them where I want them. And then I'm going to move this one over just a little bit, right? So now we're good to go. For those, they're evenly aligned. And I'm just going to shift over these, right? And group them. But essentially, you would just fill in all the numbers inside the box. But for here, for video's sake, we're just going to, move this along. So I'm just going to paste these numbers in here. Stretch these out. We'll take them and we'll ungroup them. And then now it's just a matter of moving them around, right? So you definitely want to stay to the end so you can see how this all turns out, right? So now we just have those aligned and then we're just going to do the same thing. And now what I want to do is I'm just going to drag the mouse or your keyboard, whatever you have, and I'm going to group this, right? And I'm just going to make this smaller. But when I group it, I can now make it smaller. And I'm going to just make it smaller just for the side. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to take a line again, right? And I'm going to, again, we can make it a 2. And this is just for me to make it the center of the page because I want everything to be aligned. So again, we're going to turn this at a 90 degrees. And love it. Look, this is the center right here. And we're just going to zoom out just so you can see. I'm going to just drag this line all the way down to the bottom. just so I know that, the page is split in half, because I want everything to be split in half. So now I know, right? And obviously you don't want it to go onto the weed, but now I could position this the way I want it. So now I have the calendar here, and I could, adjust it, make it smaller, make it bigger. And now, obviously, we want to have the text. So this is the text that I've been using. So I'm going to keep the same text. So I'm going to just copy this. And basically, all you would do is you would go here to text, and you would type or search for the font. In this case, we're using this elegant font here. So you could search here and find any text that you want. And then for surprise, I just go to elements, and then I just typed in surprise, right? And here you can see different words, a bunch of different ones. So we just took this surprise here. So, we would go down and we would just add this in. This is a Canva Pro element, so you do have to have the paid version. Obviously, you want to, when you're doing a template, you want to make sure you use a free version if you're going to give it to them to edit. If you're not going to give it to them to edit, then you don't have to worry about, if you're using Pro elements or not, unless you put in your disclaimer that this is only for Canva Pro. So you could go ahead and do by free, right? You filter by free, and now you see all the free text base that come out. Wow, like everything. So we're gonna keep the surprise, and then you could also go in here and you could search for a sonogram. So we're gonna search for a sonogram, right? Because it's like the ultrasound picture, and we'll see what comes up. Obviously, we're on the filtered free version. You could also use different tools, AI tools, to create sonograms, different things like that. So again, they don't really have any good ones in the free version, which is another reason why I love the Pro. So I'm going to, hold on, let's turn it off, and then we'll search for photos. Hold on, let's put the free one because it was on graphics. So let's take that back. So make sure you're on graphics. So they have different graphics. So this here is a free one, so we'll use this one because it's free. You could use that one, right? It's a bunch of them. So we're going to use this one here. And obviously they have the corner, so you're going to pull from there. And we're going to have this, and we're just going to, make it fit, make it nice. And then this is just any type of element you want. So you could do like baby announcement, like anything you want, right? Like a present, boy or girl, anything that you want to do, that you could, you could put that at the bottom. So you could do a bunch of stuff. As you can see, here's the baby. So we'll go ahead and grab this right here because this is the baby announcement that we use. So as you can see, you could just type in baby. We could use these footprints here, right? We could use these nice little footprints. We'll do that instead. And now we're just going to change it to black. So, everything's going to be black and white, and we're going to do the same thing here. So the blue color here corresponds to the blue and the Y. So we're going to make that black. We're going to turn this to gray. Again, we're going to make this black. And then we're going to make the A a gray. Oh, and then let's change this back to a black, right? So that is, and let's make the Y. Let's see if the Y. Perfect. So now we have the, kind of grayish black and white. And then I just love to have everything aligned. Now, this here is a pro feature, what I'm about to show you. But if you go ahead and click edit, we're going to add a shadow behind it. So when you click edit, you can add shadows behind pictures. So we're going to go ahead and go down to effects, and we're going to go to shadows. And I am going to, you can just click over whatever. This is a glow. This is a drop. This is an outline. This is a curve. This is a page lift. This is a angle. And this is a backdrop. So we're going to go ahead and go with the angle. And then we're just going to stretch it out, right? Because once you put the shadow behind it, it kind of shrinks down, which is fine. And you could pretty much put a shadow on any of these. Now, the next thing you want to do is obviously you want to duplicate this, and you want to put the title, right? The date. So we're going to do, this is a November 2024 calendar. And shout out to the person that requested this video. So y'all know, if y'all make requests, I always got you in the chat. I'm going to make sure you right. So I like to keep the fonts the same and also aligned if I can. And it's also middle center to the calendar, which is perfect for me. So now we have this calendar, and I'm going to zoom in because I want to add this, here. So like you can add like footprints in, but I'm just adding that extra touch of like to the calendar, like because this is supposed to be like, oh, like the surprise date of the baby. So you could do like baby footprints. So let's do baby footprints. So this basically would go out, right? And I think it's filter. Oh, let's filter it on free, right? Because we want to use the free elements. And you could essentially I love this because you could change the colors. Oops, hold on. And we'll add that into the 20th. So we'll pretend that someone's having a baby on November 20th, and this is the element of surprise, and we're gonna change the colors, right? So we're gonna make sure that obviously it's black, right? And we could outline it with a gray, right? So this is perfect because everything is gonna be, grayscale. So that's beautiful. Again, you could go to elements, search up whatever you want to do inside. So I love it. And now I'm gonna zoom out just to take a look at everything, and I'm gonna get rid of this line because I don't need it. I just wanted to make sure everything was in the middle, so I could just get rid of this line, and now everything is aligned, right? Everything is aligned. Oh my gosh, like boom, we're done. We just did the calendar, we had the surprise, we have the footprints, we have everything in here to send out. This is such a beautiful card. You can create this for someone, you could sell it as a template, you can just do so many different things, but and you could put your own spin on it. So we literally changed the elements and design. So like, this is beautiful. I love it. Let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments below. What y'all think? Like, who's having a baby this season? But guess what? It ain't me. I don't know who pregnant, but or if you know somebody, like, drop it in the comments. And also, don't worry, I got you. You don't have to worry about creating any of this because I'm gonna leave the template below for you to be able to access. So you can go ahead and just drag and drop and just go ahead and get to work and make it your own. Don't forget to comment, share, subscribe, and like, and let me know what you want to see next in the comments below.